look at wisdom, justice, and the eagle's flight. Vishnu's lessons for modern life. Garuda is described as the vehicle of divine knowledge, fearless and fast. Knowledge, skill, and dharma must move and reach others. It has to keep traveling. Information that stays stagnant does no good. So, like wind, wisdom must circulate to create an impact. In karma and the guna, the behavior is defining our essence of life. It is the discipline needed, the discipline that is needed for our own, identifying our own needs, training for our own wishes as humans. What exactly are we as souls, and what do we want to explore as our talent? The modern lesson is that planning, strategy, and ethical execution are equally essential. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Jai Shri Ram, Om Shri Matre Namaha. Welcome back to the Clay Studios oil painting vlog number 87 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. This is a painting that follows the principle of calligram or micrography to paint 1000 name of Sri Vishnu. While the painting is coming up, I am also trying to understand the deeper meanings lying underneath these names with the help of scriptures from Sanatana Dharma. Whatever I am learning, exploring as an amateur, I'm sharing with you via these weekly vlogs. Each vlog typically covers 10 names and the meanings, and then we travel into tangential perspectives, taking storylines from Sanatana Dharma. Whatever I am sharing here in each of the vlogs, you will see that I am interconnecting the same to the previous vlogs, and it is just because of the interconnectivity in nature of the names themselves. The more deeper you understand the names, the more helpful it is, useful it is for your personal or professional growth. So I will definitely recommend you to take a look at the previous vlogs and come back to this one. We have already covered up to 850 names in the previous vlog. So today's vlog is going to cover from 851 through 860 names and the meanings. And then we look at wisdom, justice, and the eagle's flight. Vishnu's lessons for modern life. Such an important session. So let's jump directly into it without much ado, starting with the names and the meanings. 851 is Om Yogishaya Namaha, the Lord among the yogis is the meaning, or another interpretation is He who is the greatest among the yogis. We have touched upon the yogis and yoga in many of our sessions already, so we are moving on to 852. Om Sarva Kamadaya Namaha, giver of the solution to all desires. Kamam refers to the desire, wish, and he could be the solution, giver of the solution or the solution itself to all these desires. He who fulfills all the desires. Is that a solution? It could be, and it comes from the thought process of making you happy. Fulfill all your desires so that you are finished with your desires and you move on towards the Lord. 853 is Om Ashramaya Namaha, the abode of pious purposes, or he who is the place where beings can relax. That's the perspective. 854 is Om Shramanaya Namaha, the sannyasis who personally does his own work are mentioned here, or he who gives sorrow to sinners is also another perspective of this name. 855 is Om Shamaya Namaha. This refers to one who destroys during the deluge. I think it is referring to the cosmic dissolution here. 856 is Om SUPARብምΑYA Namaha. The great eagle Garuda is mentioned here. SUPARBHANAYA. Or there is also another perspective. He who is a tree whose leaves are the Vedas. Parnam is the leaf and that's the Vedas. And I think it is also connecting very closely to Garuda, because Garuda is also believed to be embodiment of all the Vedas. 857 is Om VAYUVāHANāYA Namaha. Om VAYUVāHANāYA Namaha, one whose vehicle is the wind. He who makes the winds move. So this is also something we have seen. Guruvayur Appan story in, if I can remember correctly, it was the 80th vlog where we looked at Guruvayur Appan's story, and how we saw that he is using wind as the vehicle to arrive at some place. 858 is Om DHANURDHARāYA Namaha. Refers to one who bears the bow, or he who is a great archer, maybe in the form of Rama, Lord Rama. 859 is Om DHANURVEDΑYA Namaha. The wisdom of bow, or he who knows the science of archery. 860 is Om DANDＡYA Namaha. This refers to the rod meaning rod of law and justice. So with that we come to the end of the names and the meanings, but we are now ready for the wisdom, justice and the eagle's flight, Vishnu's lessons for modern life. Today, out of the 10 names, we are going to explore 5 of the names again. 5 symbolic names: SUPARBHANAYA, VAYUVāHANāYA, DHANURDHARāYA, DHANURVEDāYA, DANDāYA. SUPARBHANAYA, the great eagle Garuda, or the tree whose leaves are the Vedas. VAYUVāHANāYA, the one whose vehicle is the wind. DHANURDHARāYA, the wielder of the bow. DHANURVEDāYA, the one who knows the science of archery. DANDāYA, the rod, the symbol of law and justice. That's what we are going to unpack today. At a first glance, these may seem like myths, but they are deeply symbolic lessons of knowledge, skill and Dharma. Let's unpack them one by one. SUPARBHANAYA, the Garuda or Vedas. SUPARBHANAYA refers essentially to the eagle, who is also regarded as the manifestation of all Vedas. Like I mentioned, this is also a topic that I had covered extensively in vlog number 37. If you want to understand how Garuda became the vehicle of Vishnu, please do check vlog 37 and come back. So here, for the purpose of our own learning in this session, we're going to understand Garuda is described as the vehicle of divine knowledge, fearless and fast. What is the symbolism? Garuda's flight represents the pursuit of knowledge without obstacles. The tree whose leaves are the Vedas represents the wisdom available in all forms, waiting to be gathered. So modern manifestation or modern day reflection for us will be, just as Garuda flies freely and swiftly, our pursuit of knowledge, science, ethics and life skills should be active, disciplined and fearless. VAYUVāHANāYA, the wind as vehicle. VAYUVāHANāYA represents this mobility, energy and subtle influence as the wind spreads life and connects all directions. We have already looked at Vayu in many of the sessions. We'll quickly take a look at Shrimad Bhagavad Gita's Canto 10 verse 31 again. This is something we have frequently done that because of the Vayu repeating itself. Pavana Pavatāmasmi Rama Shastra Bhratamaham Jashanam Makaraschasmi Stotrasamasmi Jhanhavi. We're not going to go into the details of each and every word here because we have done so in the previous sessions. So summary, meaning is that among the purifiers I am the wind, and among warriors I am Rama, among fishes I am the shark, and among the rivers I am the Ganges. So among the purifiers I am the wind is the connotation, and that is connecting us to this point that we are looking at, VAYUVāHANāYA. What is the lesson? Knowledge, skill and dharma must move and reach others. It has to keep traveling. Information that stays stagnant does no good. So like wind, wisdom must circulate to create an impact. What is the modern day connection? Education, communication and technology are our vehicles of dharma today. How we are conducting it, carrying the values and the knowledge across communities. So we are to take responsibility for these vehicles as well, isn't it? DHANURDHARāYA, the bow wielder, symbolizes the skill, precision and focused action. So in Bhagavad Gita, we are going to look at Canto 4 verse 13, where Krishna explains that discipline, training and duty are essential for fulfilling dharma. CHATURVARNYAMAYA SRASTAM guna karma vibhagashaha tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. So the fourfold caste that has been created by me according to the differentiation of guna and karma, though I am the author thereof, know me as non-doer and immutable. So this is something that we have covered already in one of our vlogs. If I remember correctly, it should be vlog number 15, where we talked about the 4 varnas and what exactly is the real meaning and how it is being misinterpreted. So we're not going to go into that detail. For our understanding, let's look at the logic behind it. At a high level, the actions and the way the job is done is defining the varna, or the karma is defining karma, and the guna, the behavior, is defining our essence of life, or the varna. That is the meaning coming out of this, and that is what is called that discipline and training and duty. And that is the cycle that is essential for fulfilling our dharma. What is the discipline needed? The discipline that is needed for our own, identifying our own needs, training for our own wishes as humans. What exactly are we as souls, and what do we want to explore as our talent? And that is defining our discipline, training and duty. So DHANURDHARāYA, if we have to interpret it in the context of this duty, the karma, and how it defines our life, ourself, the bow represents the focus required to act rightly. In the modern life, this could be our career, our education, or social responsibility. We must aim with clarity. DHANURVEDΑYA, the wisdom of archery. DHANURVEDAYA is not just a physical skill, it is a strategic knowledge. Bow and arrow are, I think we have been discussing it for quite some time now. By now we know that it is not just the physical bow and arrow, it's a metaphor. So the arrow is the action and the bow is the preparation, the wisdom that is needed, the strength and so on. So what it teaches us is that the skill without wisdom can harm. Yeah, and a wisdom without skill is ineffective. So the modern lesson is that planning, strategy and ethical execution are equally essential, whether it is business, technology or activism, or knowing the signs of action ensures results aligned with the Dharma. The last name, DANDＡYA, the rod of law and justice. DANDAYA symbolizes authority, discipline and moral order. And again, this is connecting to the same Varna system related sloka that I want to share from Bhagavad Gita, Canto 18, verse 41. He uses the he talks about the rulers how use the authority to maintain the dharma. Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Shudranam cha Parantapa Karmani Pravibhaktani Swabhava Prabhavair Gunai. Of scholars, that is Brahmanas, of leaders Kshatriyas, and of traders Vaishyas, and also of the workers, that is Shudras, O Parantapa, the duties are distributed according to the qualities born of their own nature. And like I mentioned, blog 15 is where we discuss this in great detail as well. But this is not coming from your by birth, where are you born or who are you born to, the social status, which is unfortunately the present representation of the Varna or the caste system. But unfortunately, this was not the meaning in reality of why this was created. So if you look at the logic, it's all coming from there. Born, the qualities born of their own nature, your own inner nature determines who you are, what you want to be. So you train yourself to that, to prepare yourself for your own soul's journey. So the lesson is personal discipline. From this particular aspect, for personal discipline is our inner rod. Socially, justice ensures the community well-being. Environmental laws and ethics and fairness are the modern expressions of what we talk of as Dandāya here. So what is the symbolic message? Together, these names show a holistic approach to life. Let's connect that together. SUPARብምāYA, gather the knowledge, soar above ignorance. VāYUVāHANāYA, circulate the wisdom widely as possible. DHANURDHARāYA, focus action with clarity. DHANURVEDāYA, apply the skill strategically and ethically. DANDāYA, enforce discipline and justice. I think all 5 pieces now are converging into one. Symbolically, they teach us how knowledge, skill and justice must combine for a balanced ethical life. Modern day connection, education plus action plus strategy plus ethics is sustainable societies. Protecting nature, fostering fairness and acting with skill are our modern bows and arrows and rods. As a closing statement, these names remind us that Vishnu is not just a deity of mythology. He is the principle of action, knowledge and justice. By following these lessons, we can soar like Garuda, aim like an archer and uphold Dharma with the rod, creating a better world today. I hope you found this useful. Please do share your thoughts in the comment section. Until we meet in the next session, stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy and stay motivated. Thank you.